Right, so let's have a look. So, Viego B1. I mean, so this was actually at the point where Viego was extremely powerful in both mid and top lane, I think. So this can still be a massive flex, even though Viego jungle is so strong anyway. Now, again, they're prioritizing this Renekton. Like, why? Like, they've just had a game where the Renekton literally couldn't do anything, and they're prioritizing it again. Now, the only reason that they could be doing this is because they want that kind of lane bully, and maybe they're looking to hold draft resources. But if you're looking to do that, you take something like Thresh here, and then that means that you don't give away any of your kind of draft information of what you're actually looking to do, because Thresh can be played strong, weak, anything. Or if they want to take a if they want to blind a top, why aren't they just blinding something like Gangplank? Like, there's no excuse for players of this level to not be playing something like that. Now the Varus here is good, just means that it's very difficult for the Viego to get close at any point. So the second pick is good. Ashe, again, is good into Varus to some degree because, well, it depends. Poke Varus can still do a lot, but if he goes on hit, then he can't really do anything. I don't think he would go on hit. I think this was more of a patch where on hit wasn't favoured. But Aphelios, you know, I favour Aphelios over Ashe. But again, where's the Thresh? They need either Thresh, Braum, or Lulu here. And I really don't think Lulu's in a good position. Okay, they're just going to save it. They're going to counter it. Now, this is kind of odd, though, because by saving the support as well, they're also meaning that they can potentially ban away the good supports that go with Aphelios. So if they ban Thresh Braum here, then this is a really good rotation for them. And they can also, I mean, they've got counter top, so they have to play towards bot. So right here, honestly, they just look to take something like Trundle that can actually potentially skirmish with the Viego. I think that's one of the few options that they have here based on draft knowledge so far. Diana, okay, like, I really don't like the Diana as much here. I mean, it is quite strong, but I don't know. I think going something like Trundle there to be the Viego would have been better. Like, Diana can just farm it out, sure, but okay, yeah, Trundle ban. Okay, they're okay. So they're actually do they play Diana mid? I don't know. I don't know Icon's pull. But the fact that they banned Trundle means that they have a good feeling that this Diana might go mid. Otherwise, why would they ban Trundle? It's not going to be Trundle support. So, unless they want to take Leona. Because if they do want to take Leona here, Trundle support is extremely good into Leona. So maybe that's what they were looking for. Yasuo ban? That doesn't really make much sense. I guess, actually, Diana Yasuo combo, but I mean, I guess it works. I don't know if they play it. I wouldn't really like to see a Diana Yasuo, to be honest. Not when they've got so much range already in Aphelios and the Kennen. So LeBlanc, again, they're running similar things to last time. Lucian mid into it, I guess. Or... because the thing is, Kennen does a ridiculous amount of magic damage anyway. And the amount of CC he provides as well. You only need a little bit of magic damage elsewhere. So Galio support. Oh no, Galio mid. Okay. So this is heavily playing around this Aphelios. Like, if I'm playing Aphelios this game, I'm very, very happy. Because even though they have a lot of tools to get on top of him, like, this is Protect the President comp. Like, it's going to be very hard for this Aphelios to actually die here. They've got a Galio combo. They've got a Galio with a Kennen. If the Kennen gets in and does a really, really nice ult, this Galio follow-up is going to be huge. Okay, so let's jump into the game. In terms of draft, let's actually have a look. So whose draft do I like more here? Now, I mean, I've probably given it away a little bit, but I heavily prefer FPX. Purely because this Aphelios has so many tools here to stay alive. And, you know, they've got a lot of bursts, but they don't really have much again on top of him. They're counted in top lane. Mid lane, you know, can be good for LeBlanc here, if she's quick enough. But I think if the Galio just taps Taunt and then Ease, I think he can maybe catch her in a W. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he can actually play this matchup out. I would have preferred to see something like a Lissandra, to be honest, but... let's have a look at the actual game. What do they do? Any level 1 shenanigans? Okay. Nothing level 1. Oh, never mind. Kennen actually wins this trade. Shame he didn't have vision. Runes. Okay, so yeah. So this is the problem. Diana is favoring going magical footwear, which I really don't think is good, because it doesn't allow you to get soul shoes till way later, and she's not going to snowball kills in this game either, so she's not even going to get it reduced. So I think it's really bad, like, to go with that. I think going Sork's first item, it's obviously it's better for solo queue, don't get me wrong, but I think on a champion like Diana, it's going to allow you to clear your camps faster. You're going to be able to, you know, get between camps faster. You can respond to things quicker. Now, what do we see happen here? So this is actually really good. They're playing this matchup a lot better, purely because since you've got an Alistair at level 1, there's nothing you can really do in this matchup, because Alistair needs level 2 before he can do anything really, and the set can just instantly aim. So playing back like this is good. Varus obviously has quite a lot of range that he can farm from afar. So this is fine so far. They're putting a lot of emphasis on this bot lane. So Diana again is looking to not gank early. She's just looking to full clear into level 6 off second blue gromp. And the Viego is not pathing towards top this time, which is good, because he's coming more towards his set. Set has a massive amount of CC. Galio has CC too, and top is already a counter matchup. So Kennen should never really die in this matchup anyway, which means he doesn't really need jungle attention. As long as Naguri knows where the jungler is at all points, then he's completely fine here. Okay, so the LeBlanc is spacing Galio quite well, but I mean at the same time Galio's also tethering very well, so the LeBlanc can't jump on him. Again here, so if he dies to this gank, I'm going to be very, very sad, because we know that our jungle's pathing towards bot. Oh wait, no, he's coming up to contest crab now, so he's 5 camping into top crab contest, which is good, but this is int. Yeah, I don't know. He should be expecting that this is coming. Now he's just traded flashes and they can actually play a 2v2 top. Like, there's no mid prio here, so this is very risky. He has to kill her very fast and run. Okay, he's gonna die if he stays. Like, he has to leave. Like, Kennen has already grief test for him, because he was going too aggressive. He does get the bottom crab though, and this is the thing, like, this is why I, like, obviously he was going to this top crab to try and kind of 1v1 this Diana, because he's a stronger early game champ, but he's got massive prio bot lane. He should just go there, get bottom crab, and then try and kind of choke Diana out of the jungle in the bottom side of the jungle when her camps respawn. Not at this point, because now Diana also knows that he's there, because she spotted him on a Raptor ward. Which Raptor ward is obviously super good, because as a jungler you're always going to go through it. Like, always. Right, so far, I mean, this game's been a little bit slower. I mean, we've had that early game skirmish, but overall not bad. Now, I am kind of good to see Doingby on these kind of champs, because I feel like if he can play things like the Aurelia and stuff like that, like, I'd much prefer to see him on those champs. Oops. To be honest. Whereas here, it's, I don't know. Okay. Now the thing is here, obviously Varus can still farm safely bot, and so can Aphelios, especially once he gets sniper. So here he's just backing away because he doesn't want to interact with the wave, because it's reset here. But this Varus is just completely griefing, like completely grief. Oh, he lives though. They trade flashes. Okay, okay, nice by the lower zone. Okay, unfortunately the LeBlanc TP'd in. That's sad that he didn't kill him there, actually. This was a really good 1v1. Like, the light just really griefed this. I think he kind of flashed too early. I think he was still in auto range there. He shouldn't have flashed. Because the thing is, like, you're already gonna force a Varus to flash, which is already a win. But by you using your flash to trade it, then that's bad. But I do like how FPX already, they're instantly on top side. And they return a kill on the Renekton instantly. So even though that Felix has died, they've just got a little LeBlanc TP, so now they get a kill on top very, very easily. So it's nice to see they are playing towards the opposite side of the map. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So they got Tarzan's flash, which is pretty big. It means Dana can't flash engage, which is pretty big. I mean, the Alice walked a bit far, but now they just win. This is such a good fight for FPX. Sorry, LNG. Like, the fact that they managed to get so much, especially they managed to use Dana to get on top of him there. And the Alistair knockup, to be honest, was so good. So they actually get a lot of kills here. Hopefully they get Naguri too. Yeah, okay, nice. So LeBlanc's actually very strong now. Very strong. She got 7 stacks on a Dark Seal. Now I'm actually intrigued to see what she buys here. So she's going to lane to sort the lane out first. Actually, she's not resetting yet. She's still got a biscuit. Although Galio's got roam time hit. Now, obviously, with Galio at this point, what you're looking to do is just shove the wave out and roam, especially because he's got Predator. So that's what he's looking for. And, you know, LeBlanc can't really follow that. If she gets boots here, though, she can maybe start moving. But, yeah, so she did. So this is actually a really good buy. So this is actually really good now. He's actually rushed Soul Shoes. Which, again, previously, like we said, all of that pen is extremely powerful. Very good all round. So she got Lost Chapter as well now, so she does actually have some agency to push mid in, although Galio will always push more. Renekton just needs to crash this wave. Yeah, take a fight so we can crash the wave and then leave, yeah. Now, bot lane is, I would say, is going to be where the focus is going to be because of the dragon, but I think that Tian's actually prioritizing getting Herald. Now, the reason why this is actually pretty good, that he's prioritizing Herald here, is because A, it's a Cloud Dragon, which, you know, doesn't really benefit them all that much. I mean, it's not really going to do that much. I mean, reducing ultimate cooldown isn't that great because it's like you should only be looking for fights when your ultimate is up anyway. So I think it's very good that he's going there because they have a better scaling comp and they have a better team fighting comp. So what's going to happen now is he's going to go up, get the Herald, and then he's going to use that gold to funnel into the Aphelios so that he gets into his power spikes earlier. Now, not only that if they manage to get, say, an entire tower, because Viego does have set up top lane with Kennen, so what he's going to look to potentially do is get Herald, even though it does have ward in it. So Galio is going to move with him, even if it means that he loses things in lane. Doesn't really matter. They're going to give the dragon, get this, and then potentially look to just full-man this 3-man this top lane, drop the Herald, get that 1k gold from the tower, and then just play around the fact that they'll have a gold lead. That's how they're gonna that's how they're gonna get their gold lead back, I think. We'll see what they do. Okay, so the Alistair actually moved way faster. So Crisp actually came in mid, so he's come to get his stacks, but he does also reveal where he is now. Kennen might just solo kill here. Okay, I'm surprised he didn't go in more aggressive there. But so this is going to be a big fight over this Herald, which rightly so. This Herald's really important. Oh, okay, that was really good though. Like I said before, I feel like this bot lane from FPX are so much weaker. I mean, both bot lanes have played pretty bad, but at times anyway. But I feel like they're the massive weak point. I feel like if you're a team looking to beat FPX, you have to play towards our bot side. And if you can play towards our bot side, then you're really good. Okay, so replaying this game went on quite a while, I guess. So it was a nice team fight. FPX to come on top, and the kills went to Viego as well, which are huge. Okay. Double chains on Doinby. I don't think she... Does she have the follow-up? Okay, Doinby flash, that's pretty big, and Tian dies for it. Okay, so this is actually pretty good. Tian kind of died, even though the Doinby had flash, so... A little bit int. They're actually... So, LNG are playing a much better game this time. Like, a much better game. Oh, they managed to get kill spot as well. Like, why are they looking to dive this? Like, just take the plates and leave. Like, very risky, very risky. The TP from Renekton came in. I think it was pointless. I think it was just a bad dive anyway. So that's actually a big waste of TP from Renekton. Like, I think even if Light died there, they still win that. So now he's actually... They get the tower with Herald. I mean, they've opened up side lane, which is okay. Now they're just going to go and get the dragon, which is fine. I mean, they've already given one dragon over, so now there's, what, 20-minute timer until Soul, which is okay, considering FPX, you know, they want to look to scale. So that 20-minute timer before Soul is completely fine with them, because they're not going to be playing for Soul. And this is, we saw this already by them going for the Herald over the dragon. It shows where their priorities are this game. They're trying to get as much gold back as they can, because they realize they're at a big gold deficit. Again, so Tarzan gets this. Okay, great. Mountain. Okay, it's Ocean Soul. So they are going to struggle a little bit. But, I mean, if they can get to 2 items before this next dragon, then they could be in a really, really good kind of situation. Which they can get to 2 items if they get one really big team fight and they get their bounties. So I think from FPX now, I want to see them trying to kind of force a fight as much as possible. Maybe group as 5, walk around, see if they can really get any picks, especially on either this mid or bot. Varus is going to be much easier, obviously. Now, this is going to be a very interesting thing, though, because LeBlanc has 9 stacks on her Dark Seal, which means it's already gold effective for her to go and Medjai's here. So what I'm looking for is this LeBlanc to actually take the initiative to go Medjai's here, because the difference in terms of the total AP that you get from Dark Seal is already great, but the amount of free gold that you get out of Medjai's, it really allows you to snowball a game out of control. Which LeBlanc, when she gets, well, if she was to get a Medjai's and a Void Staff here, that's where she's really, really strong. Especially considering we don't really have any kind of magic resist on the side from the Aphelios. We don't have any on the Viego right now. We don't have any anywhere really. So because of that, you know, we're looking for the opportunities for her to just use this magic pen and just go nuts. But I don't know if she's gonna. They're trying to force. Actually, no, there wasn't even a herald. So they're just trying to keep control of vision, which they should be able to. So what I'd like to see though is I'd like to see Galio in kind of a lane clearing minions out, because he can always use his ultimate to get there. So I don't like where he is. Nice flash from Set. Manages to isolate someone. Really, really shit Galio ult. Like really bad. It gets cancelled by Tarzan, and now they've lost a massive amount of their pressure. So this Galio ult, like he's just completely out of position. There's no reason why he should be over there in the river. Especially when Diana's missing. Like, he's trying to flank here, but why do you need to flank as Galio? You don't. You've got your ultimate to get in. So he should have just been in a position where his ult couldn't get cancelled. And then the Set should coordinate with him when he's going in. Because if the Set ults, say this Alistair, or anybody really into the team, and then Galio ults on top of that, that's an insane combo. That's crazy strong. So that's what they should be looking for. And this is also one of the reasons why you did see kind of Galio really popular as a support, because his ultimate is just so good. Especially when you have things like Set, who was good in multiple roles, Orianna, who's, you know, a staple mid laner as well. Like, they just combine off Galio so easily. But this is really rough. Now, I can now see why this game is going as late as it is, because I think FPX have played early really, really kind of sloppy in this one. And I think like most of it is coming from the fact that they're just leaking so much gold out of this bot lane. Like leaking it like crazy. So Renekton's going to take red. I'm not really sure. Oh, actually, yeah. I mean, it's okay, but he might get caught here. No? Okay. So the affiliates didn't even try to go for it. He's not even attempting it. So they do have actually a good vision pathway into the jungle, where they know that the enemies don't have any vision, but I don't know, I just feel like the Ophelia should have been going to get that red. Like, why is he not? Like, that red is so important. Okay, so we have a good dive on the Guri, but he's got flash, so I don't know if they're not timing flashes or what. I think the Doinby ult was kind of pointless. Now, the good thing about Galio as well in this kind of game is if he survives this kind of early onslaught from LeBlanc, his ult gives magic damage shield to basically everybody, so it means it's very, very strong. Again, though, he's prioritizing, I mean, actually, no, it was enemy last game, but this anti-heal in mid lane, I really don't like. Like, prioritizing it in mid lane is so risky. So, I mean, Tarzan's just taking the dragon, so this is really good, because this is Ocean Soul. So, the fact that they haven't managed to get enough gold to be able to contest this is really bad, because now they're on Soul Point, which means they have to contest the next one and get it. Otherwise, they've got Ocean Soul, and that'll lead into a Elder as well, which is obviously game over for FPX in this game, especially considering you have this LeBlanc Diana who could do so much. Now, how does Ale die here? I have no idea. Why is he trying to flank when they have a really, really good siege with Varus just poking down? I just don't understand why he's trying to flank there. Like, of course it would have been good if he gets it off, but there's no world where he actually gets it off, and Tian dies for that too. So, this is really bad. Although, actually, Ophelia Assault coming in, they might manage to clean up, so this might be okay. So unfortunately it was on somebody that didn't have a bounty. If that was either the Varus or the LeBlanc for the Aphelios, then that would have been huge. Now, LeBlanc's still looking for this. Now FPX actually have a ton of CC, so now he's gonna, okay, never mind, she's just jumped straight out. Okay, so again, I don't want to see replay. So now we're kind of in a position. I mean, Doinby is still unkilled, to be honest, like, which is kind of impressive considering he's playing into LeBlanc as well. He's on 5 stacks. LeBlanc's sat on 10 stacks, but she's not grading. Now, this is one thing. Like, I feel like pros just don't want to take the risk of upgrading to Medjay's, even though the benefits clearly outweigh the kind of downsides. Like Medjay's is a really high, but what I was previously saying is now Doinby's on this triple power spike, so I actually really like his itemization here. The fact that he's gone with Luden's Void and Sork Shoes means that he gets almost true damage against anybody that doesn't have MR. Now we can actually see that Aphelios has built a null magic now, so he is actually going to have a little bit of resistances against it, and the Galio has some. But what she can look to do is just jump in and execute the Kennen or the Viego at this point, because both of them don't have magic resist. So if she actually manages to execute, well, jump and just insta-kill either of those, and that's really good. And I think that's what she's looking for here. She's sat in the jungle just waiting to see who comes up. Now, if, say, for example, the Aphelios comes up here, then I don't think this is good for her. But, oh god, she's just completely got picked and had to waste her flash. How did they know she was here, though? So, oh, she was on a control ward. Wait, did he just swap his control ward last second so she wouldn't see it? There's a control ward here. Who did this? Somebody moved their control ward. Okay, I don't know who. I don't know whose control ward this was. But they moved it so that LeBlanc wouldn't know that they knew she was there. It was at this point. I can't see because of the how the observers. Oh, so it was moved to here. Oh, so this was huge by Tian. This was unreal. So what he did is they have a control ward in this brush, And they see LeBlanc with the control ward. So I don't know if he's done this on purpose, but he moved his control ward in mid lane so that it would come out of this brush and she wouldn't know that they had vision of it. Because she obviously knows there's no vision in this brush. And then they managed to get a flash out of it. So if they actually manage to win now based off that one interaction, that's going to be hilarious. That's going to be so funny. So this is okay though, you know, like, I mean, the LNG have a sizable lead, but I still heavily favor FPX's comp. I still think overall, if FPX can get through this stage, get to say 30 minutes, I think they're in a really... Oh my god though, Aphelios went Collector. I really don't like Collector. Now, the thing is with the Collector is it's only really valuable if the execute from it is going to do more than what an auto attack or will actually do for you, or two, to make it actually good. Now, the only time this is ever going to be useful is if it's against a tank that has a ridiculous amount of HP, because that execute will be in the hundreds. Now, instead, when it's on a squishy, the execute is very, very low, so it's not really going to do that much. I mean, if he uses his sniper, you know, to follow somebody, especially if he has sniper and white, if he has green white, then he can potentially do something there. But okay, so the Aphelios gets caught, but oh my god, the amount of peel for him. So this is why I just said that I really much prefer their comp, because he gets caught by everything. He gets ulted by Diana, he gets jumped on by Renekton, but the Galio ult gives him a magic damage shield, which is already great. And then on top of that, the Kennon's ult comes in behind to heal them all, and he's also healing off his lifesteal. So now he... Oh, okay, that's very, very sad that he missed position there. If he didn't miss position and walk up and just allow the rest of his team to kind of chase LeBlanc, he would have been able to live, and they could have potentially gotten an inhib off this. So that's very risky. Now, they do actually get this Ocean, though, and why weren't LNG playing for Ocean? Like, why are they playing for a catch here when they could just look to force Ocean? Now, it's not as bad if they look to just rush it, especially if they just send Diana to solo it and then the rest of the team get caught up, because even if they all die, they're going to get that Ocean Soul, which is going to give them enough stats that the gold that they lose from that fight isn't as detrimental. Now, another big thing to take into consideration there is LeBlanc did lose that shutdown, which is going to be crucial. But yeah, this was just a massive example of how this team comp is just way, way better. Don't get me wrong, there's mistakes from both sides, but that was kind of that big spike of that 25 to 30 minutes that we'd already spoke about, where they can really just turn this game around, even if they are behind. So the thing is, I do think LNG had such a huge lead, but I just think that their draft, especially the fact that they have this Renekton, and they forced it again for no real reason, is really letting them down. The Renekton, and again, the support is completely... They're completely running it down. Like, they are basically two-man throwing this game. Because now this Aphelios gets, you know, a bit more time. They've got one Ocean Mark II, which, you know, helps. And Aphelios picked up a stopwatch now, which even if he doesn't turn this into a GA, one really big team fight here and they just win. So this stopwatch is a really, really big, important pickup. And we'll probably see this in the next team fight of potentially being the thing that actually wins it for them. So I'm interested to see how that goes, but that's probably what's going to happen here now. So I think they're just looking for a pick on the Varus right now. TP coming in from LeBlanc, potentially looking to get TM while he's looking to get vision control. Okay, Galio ult coming down, but he does die, which is very, very good for LNG, because now they've got no smite for Baron, unless they had in this fight, which they are doing, because Aphelios managed to get his ult. Okay, I mean... Yeah, okay, Kennen as well. They completely they're just walking into a choke. Why do they need to do this? All they need to do is accept that they've killed jungle off, let this fight settle down, and then back off, get vision control, and then potentially look to rush Baron. Like, it's very, very greedy that they went for this. Even though I think it does actually work out, unless... Okay, so it does work out for them. But now they can't really get anything off it. They can push mid in and get that tier 2, which is, again, nice 600 gold to the Varus, which will help. And he has gone like the on-hit build, Shield Bow, Wit's End, which, you know, is going to protect him a lot from the Galio. But I don't think it's the main source of income he's going to be trying to reduce is going to be from AP this game, because Aphelios is a hyper carry and there's Viego. So I'm not sure if the Wit's End was the play here. I think maybe going something I think maybe poke Varus would have just been better this game, because he can just poke out and wait for, you know, them to drop low, and then the Dana and the Blanc can engage. So overall, I mean, that was a complete scrappy fight, and there's another Ocean coming up. FPX really need to win this fight. So the Varus is away, which is very good. It gives them a massive opportunity to get pick. The Set tries to ult the Alistair, gets blocked, but then the Kennen manages to lock everybody up, allowing the Aphelios to just go to work. So they're just going to hard win this fight now, because the Aphelios is just left at the back of the map, not really getting hit whatsoever. So now the entire team just go down because they didn't prioritize the Aphelios. Another thing on top of that is that the Set did ult the Alistair too, which he removed the ult due to his ultimate interaction. So this was an incredible team. This was exactly the team fight that FPX needed, and I think that LNG are really, really choking now. Because they're really just not focusing the main damage dealers. And you can see this even from the Varus. The Varus was getting mid-prio, which means LNG should have played it a bit safer. But FPX took a really good engage there, and it got them a lot. It got them that second Ocean, which is great because it denies them the Elder, and it allows them to keep snowballing off this. They've pretty much made their gold lead back, which, as I said, the team comp difference will obviously do a lot, and they managed to get Baron off this now. So LNG have really, really through this game now, especially considering they've given away the bounties on both the LeBlanc and the Varus, which now means his Aphelios is completely huge. So we'll see the replay. Obviously, Set blocks that. The Renekton again griefing, like, you can't do this. Like, you just can't jump in as a Renekton when you're this far behind, especially this late into the game where you're falling off. So this just allows Lawage out. He's got probably the highest DPS combo. Actually, no, he doesn't have white, so he does have blue-red, which blue-white is probably better, but blue-red is great as well, especially for that healing that it'll get him. And then they just managed to clean up. I do like how in this fight, though, the Aphelios kind of stepped back and went back to the objective instead of, you know, trying to force over and over, purely because if he you know, kept trying to force it, it'd be the same situation as the last team fight, where LeBlanc just managed to get a very easy one-shot on him, and it's just really not good. Right, so now what are we looking for? We're looking for FPX just keep playing the game they've been playing. They're just looking for really group fights, because I don't feel like they can ever win a group fight. Icon just picked off for no real reason. Like, why is he there? He's trying to get side lane pressure to stop them sieging with the Baron, but he's just going to die for it. The minions will kill him. The minions will kill him because they're Baron buff minions. And that cannon has such a large range that it can get that damage off on him. So now they're just going to push with the numbers advantage and Baron. I really dislike this teleport. I don't get why he's TPing to a minion here, when the Aphelios is just about to murk both of these minions, and then he can TP to the minion and get the tower. So very bad TP there. I think they could have used it. Even if they didn't use it there, they could have used it to siege the double towers in mid, and that would have been way better. But now they're just going to look to force an end because they've got numbers advantage. And they're just stronger overall, especially with this Baron buff. So I like how FPX use their Baron here to end the game out. And they're looking to just force these fights, which is good because they have a huge lead in, well, not a huge lead, but they have the kind of scaling lead, and also they managed to bring this game back. So I think overall there were a lot of really bad fights from FPX. I think LNG did play this very well early, but they just kind of griefed over and over. This Varus and LeBlanc gave away their bounty, which ended up with this, and the Alex just kind of griefed. So overall, I think again some of the same kind of issues in bot lane. I think the Aphelios had the kind of comp that allowed him to kind of fuck up early and still win, but overall I think this bot lane in this series especially has been a very big weak point, and they've just been carried by the top side of the map. I think the LNG draft got completely hinted with this Renekton and forced 2 games in a row. Like, if it didn't work first time, like, don't bother, you know, it's kind of crazy. And then, you know, once they lost this kind of point, LeBlanc actually had a rabbit on, so she was very strong. But yeah, I think FPX did very well to bring this back. Yeah, overall, I think they just played it really well. So FPX again, no, very shaky in both of these games, so we'll see. So this was round 4. We'll watch round 5 tomorrow. We'll just do FPX first, and then we'll just go through team by team. But